Hi everybody, I'm Asnahsarg from Cologne, Germany, and today I'm being interviewed by Schaden Collective, which is a thing that I've been looking forward to for a really long time. Thanks for having me. Make sure to like and subscribe to Schaden Collective everywhere you find them, which is on YouTube, Instagram, and wherever. Thanks for having me. Let's go. It's something I came up with like 20 years ago when I was 15, 16, and doing what kids do at the time. And I was playing in a black metal band already, and we were rehearsing at a friend's place. He was still living with his parents, and then one night we were hanging out there, and there was a bunch of beers and stuff, and then we were talking about if we ever have a black metal solo project, what would it be called? And so I thought for 1 or 2 minutes, and looking around the room, and then I came up with Asnahsarg, and it's kind of a resemblance of the demons that have been haunting me ever since. I think that's probably the closest answer I'll give you right here. As I said, I've been playing black metal since I was 16, so I've always had a kind of a connection to that. And I also, over the years, not only learned to play drums, I learned to play the guitar. I taught it myself, and the piano, bass, and all that. And right here when I'm at home, I'm like right here. I was where I record most of the ideas that I have, and I was playing in bands all the time, and pitching ideas to my friends every now and then. But at some point, I figured like that stuff that I'm writing right here is not suitable for the bands that I was playing in like most recently, like the punk rock band here in Cologne called Life Went Pear. The ideas that I was coming up with were like way too, I don't know, like aggressive, whatever you might call it. So that's how I started recording the first 1-2 ideas, using VST drums and just a small interface. I always got the guitar right here. It's a nice recommendation by a friend. Thanks Hannes for this recommendation. It's a Kramer Beretta Special. It's got really nothing to it, which I really like. It's just got to pick up one knob right here. That's it. No other bullshit. Fucking cool thing. On the one hand, it is obviously about me being right here and doing the music that I want to make, just by myself, coming up with ideas that I don't have to talk to anybody about it. Like, is this going to sound right, or how do you like that, or should we do this and that? And it's just about just being by yourself and doing what you want. And also it's about maybe a psychological, more psychological approach, really. I've been struggling from different conditions, and I think it's also kind of a resemblance to that, really. My favorite track, if I had to name one, would probably be the last track, Like a Knife on the Throat, because it's the most advanced of the 4 tracks, and it's also kind of foreshadowing what's going to happen on maybe future releases of Asnahsarg. There's some small changes to the way the first 3 songs work, I think, and so that's kind of my favorite in the EP. Maybe that's on a small side note here. The way the songs are on the EP, like the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, it's actually the way that I came up with the songs here in my little home studio before I went out and to record them with my friend. So it's really just in a chronological order, really, like the way the songs came to be, you know. The recording process was, as I said, I was starting here with, doing the sort of pre-production demo versions, whatever, without vocals though. These were just instrumentals, and I showed them to a bunch of friends, and I always had the idea that, because I've been playing drums for a long time and always had, been playing in bands, and we had a rehearsal room, and my idea was to, replace the digital drums that I had for the demo versions with, me playing the drums really in the rehearsal room, and just like set up 1 or 2 mics, which would be enough for black metal, I guess. And well, luckily I have this friend who's behind Baskerville Beats, and he said, well, why don't we just go a step further and, let me get my gear into your rehearsal room. And, so he brought his, PC and all his interfaces and whatever, microphones and different effects pedals, whatever. And, so we went to the rehearsal room for 3 days, and not only recorded the drums, but also we recorded multiple layers of guitars, and of course bass is also there. And then later we would go to his place to record the vocals, which was really funny because her neighbor was asking the next day, man, is everything okay with you? I heard you screaming up there. What was wrong? And then he had to explain, I don't know, that was just a musical thing that we were doing. It's kind of fun. Yeah, so the recording process was really cool because I've also known the guy behind Baskerville Beats for quite a long time now, and he's not really into black metal, and he didn't have much experience recording black metal, but he was really open to what I asked him to do really with the sound. I really was looking for a nasty, gritty sounding approach, and he was always there to kind of counterbalance it so it wouldn't sound too bad in the end. Yeah. Well, of course, the classical black metal, like Dark Throne, Barbaroth, and Mortal, of course. Like when I was 15, 16, and I first heard Transylvanian Hunger, Under a Funeral Moon, and I think it was also Panzerfaust. I was like, what the fuck is that, man? That really sent me somewhere else, and this kind of, rancidity, grittiness that really kind of always stick to me as an approach to music in general, really. Not simple and easy, but, just, I don't know how to explain it, really. And it's just the way I approach things. The drumming, for example, that I do on my EP is really down to the typical Dark Throne, very simple, no technical stuff really. It's just monotonous, and that's how I like it, really. And that's what also my biggest influences are regarding the sound of Asnahsarg, maybe. But actually what started the idea again of doing a black metal solo project as an influence, really, to do it and to go out, or actually to record it by myself right here. That was when I heard Afshi's 2020 record, Off the Drummer New Code. If I pronounce that correctly, I don't know. This is like this Danish black metal band. It's really fucking amazing, and that really got me thinking, okay, I could come up with some Asnahsarg riffs again, maybe. pineapple is a general no for me, except maybe in drinks. That's acceptable. What's next for Asnahsarg? Well, I've never stopped recording songs really, and right now I'm at 6 full songs and a few little interludes, and yeah, I'll see where it goes from here. Really, I don't know when it's like kind of finished. It doesn't feel finished yet, so there's probably 2 or 3 more songs or maybe ideas really that I want to come up with and then see where it's going from there. I've also been talking to a few friends about how to approach a possible live performance with Asnahsarg, because I've been asked if Asnahsarg is going to play live. I have to say I'm not 100% sure about how it's going to happen. So yeah, that might be coming up also. And what's next also is coming up on Spotify. There's the release of Endless Inner Solitude, which will be out in July, so next month, which is really close. Probably, actually, by the time this video will be uploaded, it will be probably July, so just go to Spotify and see if you can find it already. If not, go to my Instagram, there's a link tree and all that stuff, and you can pre-save, and it's the usual drill. You can, of course, go to Unreal Estate Records Bandcamp. They officially released the tape version to Endless Inner Solitude, which I'm so thankful for, that they actually offered me to release the tape, since this was not really planned. Because initially I thought I would do like 20 tapes just by myself, order them online or something, and then dub them or whatever, and then just hand it out to friends. And but yeah, it just went a little bit further from there. So yeah, if you want to buy your tape version, please go to Unreal Estate Records Bandcamp and buy their great tapes. Also, they've got a huge selection of dungeon synth and other really interesting music. If you don't like to do that, you can go to my Bandcamp, buy the digital version of Endless Inner Solitude. Just pay whatever you want, I think, or not, I don't know, check it out. Or you gotta wait until Endless Inner Solitude will be released on Spotify, and you can just stream it there, or find it on YouTube. There's a bunch of channels that featured the EP as well. Just click it, like it, whatever, the usual stuff. That would be probably the best way to support me, if you go to Unreal Estate Records, buy the tape, and just support the other great artists that are on Unreal Estate Records, really. Thank you so much for watching. I am Asnahsarg from Cologne, Germany. You were watching the interview by Schaden Collective. Support the underground. Stay tuned to Schaden Collective. I'll see you around.